and Marie and Megan. Do, do, do. I don't have my chapstick. Hello.
Yeah, let me put video on.
Okay, I can't see you yet. I'm looking for my chapstick at the same time. So if you see me doing this, there we go. Hello. How are y'all?
We're so nervous.
Oh no, it's me. It's me. I was running behind on my last session. I get done. It's like right at 4 o'clock. I'm in Central Standard Time. And I go, okay, I'm gonna have to go. She goes, can I ask you one more question? And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Right? So I'm like, yes, I'll wait. And so I'm looking at my time. I'm like, no. So yeah, so I apologize on that. So let me go ahead before we get started. Thank you, thank you. So let me tell y'all how this works. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and like reset my brain real quick because everybody's different. How you are here. I know you're following me around today. So there was a not in a bad way, but you can tell when spirits show up or people show up because it almost feels like when I walk into a room by myself, you're like, that's the feeling. Okay. So I had that while I was getting ready today. And now that I get into your session, I'm like, I think maybe it was this person. They're okay. They're trying to figure out how to use my brain. So let me tell you how this works. Number one, obviously, it's just gonna be me. I'm gonna have this little pen. I'm gonna have this little notepad. When you see my hand going crazy, I'm just scribbling. Okay. I get anxiety when I channel, and so this makes it palatable. Okay. Essentially, now I have to find a page that's not like absolutely mutilated. Now there we go, we'll use this one. Now, as we go into this, people always ask, how does this work? So anybody can channel. You can channel, I mean, because we're all spirit in the body. We're animating a corpse right now. That's all it is. It's like, except most of the time we don't understand how to do it because nobody's taught us. Now, when they come in, they have to come in because they use your energy. They use your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and your experiences because they're connected to you. But then we say, I love you so much. Please come in and hop in Amie's brain and play with it like a computer. That's what happens. Okay. And they do this with y'all as well. So when they do this, they can essentially use it and talk in 4 different ways. The first way is that they can show me a bunch of signs and symbols that I've created over the last 20 years. Maybe they show me something like a pineapple. That means that they're from Florida. Or they'll make me feel like a cold breeze and like they'll make me see leaves rolling by. So I'll be like, did this happen in the fall? And that's relative depending where you're at in the US or wherever you are. The other thing is that they will try to put me in a situation that could have happened to y'all, could have happened to them, or will happen to y'all by taking my own memories and realigning them and saying, this is what happened to me. Now, a couple things with this. I'm from Houston, Texas. I currently still live in Texas in the east side of it. I don't believe in snow. I haven't really been above Oklahoma, and I haven't been outside the United States. Wait, where y'all? Oh, you are? Oh, good. Oh, this will be easy then. Thank you. People are like, why can't you tell me what my home in Canada looked like? I was like, because I don't believe in it. I haven't been up there. I don't believe it. But no, but that would be very hard. So this will be a little bit easier for me. But yeah, so I'm just letting you know, they can't pull stuff out of my brain that I haven't seen or experienced. Okay, that they can't like recreate something, but that's why it's my job to go and watch a ton of movies, read a lot of magazines, see all these different things, all these different experiences so they can pull from it in my brain. Okay. And then the last 2 ways are that they will try to essentially talk by making me feel things or like re-feel something that I've experienced before. An example would be of this, like maybe your loved one, they had to take them off life support. So in order to tell me that, they will re-bring up the feeling of when I was standing next to my dad and I unplugged him from life support. Okay, so that's how they would come across with that. They will also do this with like eating chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. Okay, so like it's both. It's not always dark. And then the last thing is that they will just talk in words. Like my last client, I was like, who's Sarah? And she was like, that's my grandmother, but she went by Virginia, but her first name's Sarah. I was like, oh, okay, cool, and so they'll just sometimes talk like that. So altogether, though, they talk all like that all at the same time. And I'm essentially having to decode it, turn it into English, and then give it to you into a sentence. So the only thing I really need from y'all is saying, as we go through this, Amie, heck yeah, what you're telling me makes sense, or no, it doesn't. Please confirm or deny. And if I give a very stupid look at you like that, It's because my brain's still going a million miles an hour and I'm waiting for you to say yes. And when you go yes, I go, okay. And then I keep going. Okay. But do not fit because there's no reason to fit. They will not be talking about like a cousin from a second marriage, last Wednesday. Like they don't care about that. It's about what's happening here. Okay. And also if they bring up names, sometimes it will be like names that are dead, but other times they'll bring up names of people that they just want to say hi to. Okay. So just keep your mind in that way as well. So just stay with me. And I have my spirit box on and it said, I feel love, which is great. That's good. Okay. Yeah. And I'll do like this ever so often too. I'll take like a screenshot and then show you and it says, I feel love, which is very cool. So just stay with me. Oh, why are you so dark? Oh, you are the fun one, aren't you? You are the fun one. They're trying to come up and get in between you, and just kind of like, like arms around like that. And they say that, tell me. Interesting. So we're talking about with Anne. So Anne is daughter, right? No, Megan is daughter, and Anne is you. Okay, okay. I like it. I like it. Okay, mom, I gotcha. They're saying how Megan found out, I guess, that this person died or something like that. Or there's like a thing of like Megan going, oh no. So, but we have to figure out where you are and what's happening. Tell me, bud, where are you at? Where are you at? Why? Hold on. He is walking back and forth behind me and he is pacing, which is not bad, but that means that maybe we have a little anxiety about this, or about what happened. And he used to, okay. I don't know if he used to vape or if he used to smoke. I don't know which one it is, but he goes like this and there's nothing in his fingers. So the only thing I know what that is vaping or smoking. And he goes, and he has these wild eyes. And he says that, tell me, what about, hold on. He's pulling up his pants, like going like that. I go, okay, which means maybe the belt's a little loose or like maybe the pants are a little loose. I don't know. And he just says he doesn't have a crazy amount of hips. So he's constantly doing that and shaking out his legs. Just okay. And he shows me, tell me, he does say that he had, oh, I don't know if this is correct. He wasn't married though, correct? No. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm just going to tell you what he said, and I'm sorry. He says, I had bitches. And I said, oh, okay. I'm sorry. That was a very interesting thing to pull out of my head. I go, what creative words you used? And I said, so you weren't married. You see how I like kosher that down a little bit? And it's interesting because but he didn't have a daughter, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Leave that alone. Just because he just showed like a beautiful talking about a beautiful, like longer hair girl or little girl or something. Do you have any idea?
It could be my niece, Ella.
Oh, who's that? Who's
my
that?
niece.
Yeah. Is that like another sibling's kid?
It's our other brother's daughter.
Oh, he loves her. Okay, keep telling me. Sorry.
Or it could be my daughter.
Oh my God, all the girls, girls. Oh, yes. Okay. He's going like this. He says, I love her. I love her. And he shows me like this angelic golden aura around this girl. And he says he protects them. They're like his daughter. I was like, did this come from your loins? And he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, so maybe he doesn't have a daughter. So I would have to say he watches probably both these kids. Hold on. Are they like 3 years apart? Are they like that far apart?
They're a year apart.
Oh, they're a year apart. Okay, he goes like this. He talks about how they're not going to be like later on down the line, they're not going to be in the same bracket or age bracket. And I was like, what do you mean by this? Like maybe one's learning quicker than the other one. Do you have any idea?
I have my son. He's 6.
Oh, he's 6. Okay.
Ella will be 5 and my daughter's 4. So they're 4, 5, and 6.
Oh my God. So yeah, so they're different age brackets. Okay, so let's keep that there for, hold on. Maybe the 3. went along that he was trying to talk about one of them being 3. Did like the 4, did that one just turn 4?
No. Ava, my daughter, will be 5 in July.
Okay, okay, that's July. Okay, so keep that there. We're gonna go back in here. Hold on, come here, bud. Tell me, hold on. Yeah, he watches the girls. Like that's his big thing. And hold on, we're gonna have to ask about what about him? He calls his son little man. He calls the son little man, and does that to his head. And who? Oh wow. I would not be surprised if the daughter Ava would see him or would like experience him.
She does. She does.
Oh, shut up. Really?
Yes.
Okay. He goes like this. He's talking about standing in front of her and her going, or like talking to him. And he shows up as a dark shadow. It's not scary. That's just what he shows up as a dark shadow. And he says, hi. Hi. Okay. And what was that about?
My daughter, just within the last few weeks, has said, Mommy, there's a shadow in my room at night.
That's your brother.
Yeah.
That's your
I
brother.
told her, baby, don't be scared. It's okay.
That's your brother. Oh, yeah. He just showed up as like a god. Hold on. Ooh, I just got all these goosebumps all over my left side of my body. Hold on. How? I don't think you were. Were you? You're lying. Was he like 6 feet tall?
Yes.
Oh, he was. Okay. I'm 5'11", and he's standing up next to me. And I go, how tall are you? Are you a scary shadow? Or are you a short shadow? And he goes, no, I'm pretty tall. And I go, oh, or no, you're not. And he's like, yeah. And then he puts it, he's like an inch taller than me. And I go, okay, I gotcha. I can hear he has keys on his belt, or something, or he has like, which is weird. So that means something to me. That doesn't mean that he always died, but there's something that goes along with that. He just made me hear. And he says that, tell me, what happened? What was going on? Hold on. Where? Oh, he got the shakes. Okay. Hold on. Weird. Had he had like an issue with drugs before?
Yes.
Okay. He goes, oh, damn, Amie. I said, what? He goes, and I go, okay. And he's just talking about how drugs. He just keeps putting all sorts of flashes in my brain. And he says that, yes, you were. He says he wasn't good at anything, but he's such a brilliant, bright guy. His brain is brilliant. Like he either needs to be like a professional artist, he needs to be like a professional musician, he needs to be super creative, and he never actually channeled any of that. And he should have. He what? Tell me. Interesting. Did y'all try to get him, or mom? Were you talking to try to get him help or trying to get him to rehab or something? He says, I'm sorry that I milked my mom. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he says, they were just trying to help. They're just trying to help me. And he says, I was the asshole. I said, I know. He can see it clearly now. He gets it. And he calls himself a fuck up. I don't think he is. He is using all these different words. And he's just getting everything off of his chest because this is his time to talk. Okay. And he is, why? Tell me. But you still look at him as your little boy. You still see him as your little boy. And that's the way he likes it, because you know who he really is. Yeah, it's the evil. Substances are evil. He didn't know how to get out of it because he's so fast. He says that, tell me. How? Did you? Did she not? Interesting. He says you never kicked him out. You never kicked him out of your house or anything? No.
We did.
I mean,
Once. He goes like this. He says like this, only reason he said, I said, so how long did this go for? Or what did they do to try to help you? And he says, she was always there. Anytime I needed something, she was always there. And I said, what do you mean? I said, I would have kicked your ass out and not made you do anything. And she says, even if she did this, or even if they created separate, space, that it was never really fully gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just kick them off and they say, you can't talk to me for 5 years until you get your shit straight. He's talking about how that never fully happened. And she says, who is the man? Is there a father energy that goes along? Or was there like a man that lives with you, mom?
My husband, it's not his father.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it is. Okay. And he just had enough of it.
Yes.
Okay, she just goes like this. He says, oh, and the man, father energy. He doesn't say my father. And so that for me means living with mom. That means like turning away from it, or like not having enough, or like not putting up with it. And he says that, tell me, does he have a very short name? Like, or is it like if somebody called somebody like Richard, but they called him Dick, or like Ronald and they called him Ron? Or does your husband have a name like that?
Well, it's John, but everyone calls him Johnny.
Johnny. Okay, so it's like Jonathan, but everybody calls him John. Okay, or Johnny. I got you. Yeah, he goes like this. He says long formal name, short name, and because this is what he says. He goes, okay, Rick, or okay, John. Like that. I was like, oh, okay. He likes him. Why? Tell me. And Johnny's mother is crossed?
No.
Odd. There is a not weird. There is a female energy that is around Johnny a lot that feels very mothering all the time. So that could go along with like grandmother-esque. There's like that. Who would that be?
Aunt.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially if he was really, really close to her. Yeah, all the way. All the way. Let me feel. Hold on, come here, bud. Where'd you go? Yeah, but it's weird. Does John experience heart arrhythmia yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. They're oddly close to him, which means like we need to make sure that you take care of yourself.
Oh my God.
Okay. And so I'm not saying he's dying. I'm not saying he's going anywhere right now, but like these ladies are oddly close, or this woman is oddly close to him, which means like probably go to the doctor, go get yourself checked out, make sure you take meds if you have them, go and be seen.
Do you have the person's name? The aunt's name?
We'll have to see if they give it to me. I don't have it off the top of my head right now. Oh, and our name just popped into. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Do you have anybody like a Rebecca or something? Or an R name?
No.
Okay, keep that there. Just because it's an R name just popped in
Does
my
it have
head.
Does it have to be female? Does it have to be female?
No. No.
Robert?
Yeah, who would that be?
My uncle.
Oh,
My
and is
dad's
he?
my dad's brother. He's
Oh, he is. Oh, okay. Yeah, they just keep going, ruh, 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 ruh. And I'm like, ruh, I don't know. And so I would have to say he would be around, because now we're talking about making sure that dad's okay, right? All that stuff. Hold on, give me a second. Tell me. So like, is Johnny like not wanting to go to the doctor?
He's like most men.
Oh, okay. You got to get him with a wet noodle. You got to get,
Yeah.
just gotta get him with a wet noodle. Yeah. He goes like this. Somebody shows up. The aunt is there. The female energy's there. And she's like, he needs to go. He needs to go. I said, well, when was the last time he went? And somebody says, never. And I go, oh, okay. So it would be beneficial, because we don't want him to just like fall asleep in his chair and like not wake up again or something like that. Like that wouldn't be good. Okay.
Yes.
There's a big deal with that, like blaring lights. Okay. And they don't they don't come through and talk about things to make anybody afraid. They talk to you about things to make you aware, so that we get our head out of the sand. That's it. Okay. So hold on and tell me, where are you at? What happened with you? I'm gonna go back to your brother real quick before because everybody's gonna start pouring in, and I gotta keep them at bay for a second. Hold on. Come here. Tell me, where'd you go? What happened? Oh, wow. Did you? Did you? Uh, your brother is showing me the oddest, strangest image. Did we end up just getting like a blood toxicity level on him? Is that it after he crossed?
Yes.
Yeah. He's showing his body naked on a gurney. He's dead. And he's just showing me his feet from here. And he showed like just full on, just no clothes on. And he says they got tests. And I said, did they do a full autopsy? And he's talking about how they did like the blood test or something like that. And he says, oh shit, he says, I'm dead, which means he wasn't expecting to die, or he didn't know that he was going to, or there's something like that. And so he's hanging around his body afterwards, and it's very apparent, it's very clear. And he was very skinny at that point. And he's talking about his body looks like, I'm just going to say this, but it's like somebody from like a concentration camp victim, which is very interesting. So he must have got like abnormally thin, because he's showing me his hips. And he says that, tell me, did we end up cremating him?
Yes.
Yes.
We did. Okay, he took me there too. He took me like a white box and the floof, and he said, God, he wasn't ready to go yet. Your son loves you. He's been following you around for a long time. He sits in the back of the car with you. He says, I have to take care of him. I have to take care of him. It's the least I can do. He shows me Zelda. Why are you talking about Zelda? That's so random. Hold on. So he's like a video game person, I guess, which is good too. Yeah. He just showed me the triangle from Zelda. I was like, okay, interesting. And he shows me that. See, it gets lighter. It's not always heavy. We go from bodies to this. And he says, because he doesn't want y'all's levels to get too sad. He's trying to keep it up because that's his connection. And what? Come here, bud. Who? Where? 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 Who's saying wake up? Hold on. Where? Did he like die in an apartment?
No.
Weird. Okay. He's talking about somebody coming in and opening a door. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. He says he doesn't have a crazy amount of money. So that's why that got very confusing for me. Because I'm like, where's this at? If you don't have any money, how do you have an apartment? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Hold on. Where? Mom, there's something dealing with you. Had you found him overdose before or something?
He had an episode
Once. Yeah.
Once.
Okay. He's
in
just
the same house he passed.
okay. I hear your voice. I hear your voice getting really serious and like, next time you won't wake up or something, you won't wake up or something like that. And he's like making me hear your conversation with him, afterwards, I guess, or something. And he says, I've done this once before. And I go, oh, okay. And he says that, tell me. Who? Hold on. Was he like living with like 3 or 4 different people?
Unfortunately.
Oh.
yes.
Okay. I said, what were you doing in this house if you didn't have any money? I said, well, I've had people where they died just in like a crack house in the middle of nowhere, like all. And he says, I was with my sleuthy friends. I said, oh, okay. And he says that, why? Why? I don't know. He's very frustrated. He's very frustrated. He's frustrated about what happened. He's frustrated about his choice. He's telling himself that he was being stupid. He says y'all have the most compassion. He says he appreciates that. He says that can you put his picture back on your phones? Can you put his picture back up like on your phones or something? Just like put it on there all the time. Oh my God, you have it on there. Shut up. Okay.
You should see our display we have right now.
Stop. Really? Okay. Sorry. He goes like this. He says, put picture on phone, picture on phone. And he says,
And
this
he-
helps. This helps.
on my watch.
Oh my God. That's the connection. Good, 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 good. Yeah. So when you look at that, you build this connection and you help him. By the way, that helps. It's not. That's a good thing. You're building love. And my spirit box said absolutely. So it's like completely agreeing with you. And hold on. Yeah, he's doing really well. He says, "Tell me, what are you doing? Hold on, hold on." He's talking about shaving his face with a dry razor. He's talking about how, hold on. Hold on. See me like that. Did we end up having a viewing for him?
We had a memorial
Memorial.
service
Memorial
Yeah.
at a funeral home.
With
Okay,
his-
he goes like
Or,
with his. Okay, he said, "God, Mom, you didn't have to let everybody see me like that."
oh,
That's why I was like, "What?" I was like, "I don't know." I said, "I think you look pretty nice," and he's talking about how. Tell me. Tell me. He's talking to puppies. He's talking to dogs. He's talking to, hold on, hold on. Tell me. Who has the 2 dogs in the house? Or somebody that has 2 fluffy dogs or 2 fluffy dogs? I mean, you know right off the bat. It would have to be either you or the brother or her. Yeah.
Zach.
Zach's roommate has, but they're not big and fluffy. They're little bite your ankle chihuahuas.
Okay, they're the Chihuahuas. Okay, okay. Sorry. Say it again.
They're little ankle.
Okay.
And they're
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, he goes like this. He says, hi, puppies, and you can hear it. They just show up as energy around me, and he has them running around them, and he's like, hi. He's like just talking to him, so he sees them. And so I'm like, what are these? And he says that, tell me. He says, I always wanted a cat. Now I have one. Okay, so he has some sort of animal with him all the time. And we'll have to figure out that, which is very interesting. And tell me about her. Come here. What about it? Did somebody have like a really big male cat? Or did somebody have a male cat growing up?
Yeah, really big. Tom.
For me, it just looks like a male. Like for me, they show male being bigger than female. So that's why I just say it's a male cat. Not necessarily he's 50 pounds or anything like that. Just because he just picked one up physically in my head. And so that means that it's dead.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I'm asking that. Okay. Yeah. So
Can you ask him the name of the 2 cats? They have a very unique name. Well, not
yeah,
unique.
if I've heard it before, then yes. If
Oh,
I've never
okay.
heard it before, then he won't be able to pull it out of my brain. But hold on. Is it going Z? Is there a pet with a Z name? Or Z? 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 Yeah, all I hear is Z. Z. Do you have
We
any
had
idea?
a dog named Ozzy.
Z. Oh, yeah, I would have never heard that before. How interesting. There was a dog named Ozzy. Really?
Ozzy.
Okay. Okay. And Ozzy has crossed?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All I hear is Z, 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 Z. And I'm like, okay, so that would be something. I've never heard Ozzy before. I've heard like Oswald. And they're, hold on, that's different. They're talking about how, come here, tell me. Where'd you go? He's here. He's over here. Hold on. What do you mean? Hold on. What are you doing? He's playing a guitar or something, which is interesting. So like a long time ago, he like picked it up. Just he's not a good player or anything like that, but he just made me hear do 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 do, and he's just saying he should have like gone into this more. And I go, yes, I know you should have. And he's trying to be like dark and emo and why are you? Is he? I wonder if he's a couple years older than me. I wonder if he is. Is he born in like 86 or 87? When was he
87.
born?
87.
Oh, good job. Okay, good job, dude. He goes, sorry, I was you ready for this? I'm born in 89. He goes, I said, so how old are you? What's up? He says, man, you and me listen to the same thing. I said, oh, did we really? And he goes, yeah. He says, we're about the same age. He says, I'm like a couple years older than you. And I go, oh, okay, cool. I said, you don't feel like it. And he told me, he was just talking about how he would have graduated high school in like 2005. And I was like, I gotcha, or 2004, which would be, right in that area. And he says that, tell me, oh, so he had already like hit up the drug thing in 04?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I said, what's up with this? He said, oh, I was already being bad, skipping school, doing all this stuff. And he's talking about being away from high school. And I go, okay. And he says, even at that time, and he's talking about how did they? Interesting. So his dad was an asshole.
Well, I divorced him.
Oh, okay. Well, just leave that. That's okay. That's okay. I have one of those as well. He goes like this. He's just talking about how it's like his dad not really in his life a whole lot. Doesn't seem like he's mean to him.
Well, no, not that he was mean to him, and he went like, every other weekend and holidays and stuff.
Yeah, he goes like this. He just says, he says like my
divorced when we divorced when he was like 10 months old.
Oh, so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha. He has this thing with dad where it just feels like he wasn't necessarily like nearly as cozy as you. It just doesn't feel like as a good a relationship for some reason. And so that's the way I'm taking that as, is like being a butthole or something. And hold on. What do you mean by that? Hold on. What? I don't know what that means. He's trying to talk about signs. Hold on. I don't know. So mom, you're in your house here?
Yes, this is my house.
This is your house. Okay, and this is fairly new?
Yes, a year.
Okay. Absolutely. He goes like this. He says, oh, mom, I like the new house. And I said, oh, okay. And he says, big upgrade from the last one. Or he's talking about how like it's really nice from the last one. And he's talking about like in the kitchen. And he says that like the ceilings are higher or something. And I go, oh, okay. And he's talking about how he used to show up in this old house while you were in the kitchen or something, or like where you could look through to the living. Oh, it's this one. So in this kitchen, you can look all the way through the living room, correct? Okay, yeah. So he stands in this living room and he's talking about you being in the kitchen and he can see you, like, and he's talking about like walking around in this. And he says that, tell me, oh. And so like, if you're looking through to this living room, so like, let's say here. So if you're looking through to this living room, is like the TV on like a side wall? But like not okay. So he's just trying to show me the way that it looks in my brain is I want you to think about how the background looks for you. You can see like the outline of something, but you can't really make it out. So he's showing me that's essentially what it looks like in my brain. And he says that, tell me, oh, what? Is this a single story home?
Yes.
Okay, good. Were you thinking about, or were you talking about doing, he's just saying, I'm glad you didn't get a 2-story.
We had a 2-story when the kids were younger.
You did. Okay. He's talking about it's good for you for like retirement later on and stuff for not having a 2-story for your knees and for your legs. And he says like, it's a really good thing. And I go, all right, I'll let him know about it. Like, so good. I'm glad that you switched it. Okay. And he says that, tell me, did they? So y'all moved into that other house in like the early 90s?
The 2-story?
2001.
Yeah. Oh, 2001. Okay. Okay. He goes like this. He says, man, when we moved into that house, I was like, whoa, wow, this is so great. And he's like, oh, it's so wonderful. And then he shows everybody in like 90s haircuts. So I was like, all right, maybe this isn't like the 90s. And he's just talking about how cool it was and why. Hold on. Tell me. So mom, do you now like not get on your computer as much? Or are you always on like a tablet instead?
Phone.
Phone.
Phone. Oh, your phone. Okay.
Yeah.
He goes like this. He says he likes to hang out with you. And I said, what? He says, you should see her like looking at her like tablet. And he says, does everything from here now. I go, oh, okay. So you don't hang out with her at the computer. And he's talking about how, tell me. Oh, and you do have grass in your front yard though? You don't do like the desert scape like most people do? Okay. That's okay. He goes like this. He says, good flower beds. He says, oh, she likes them a certain way or something like that. And he says that, you know, oh, the grass is looking great. So he's just talking about your home. And he says that, tell me, oh. So sister, do you have some of him as well?
Yes.
You do? Okay. He goes like this. He says, I said, so where are you at in this home? I said, does your mom have all of you? It goes, no, no, no. It says they passed me around like playing cards. I go, oh, okay. Well, oh, there you go. Yep. And it's the shape of a card. And he says that I'm a little bit of everywhere. Why? Tell me. How long?
Wait.
Hold on. Hold on. He's saying weird. Did they like, do we know if it was like 24 hours or something before somebody called and said he had passed? Or like, had it been a long time or something? Okay, odd, because he's talking about when the paramedics get there or something, he's cold. That's why. That's the only reason I say that. So for me, that means a long time. Sorry, we just switched from fun and now this is what they do. They go back and forth and back and forth. And I think they use our laughter to build a connection. Who is, why? So they could never actually get him back?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I said, so what's up with this? I said, were you cold or like what? Or like, and he's talking about, oh, somebody tried. Oh no, gone. Oh, never could get me back. And I said, okay. And he's making me feel this feeling, which means like CPR. And he says that, tell me. He's calling himself all sorts of names in my head. Like when this happens, he's like, why are you doing that? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? You moron, you blah, blah, blah. And what? Oh, interesting. Was his death like right before some girl's birthday? Or was it like somebody's like the daughter's or something, or like the niece's birthday? Or was it in conjunction?
My birthday is in April.
April. And when was his passing?
May 25th.
Oh, so it was right around there. Okay, just because he says there was a birthday that was really close to his passing. And so now it's like this is around like they're together. There's like some sort of congratulations event. So I don't know what that is. That's why I'm thinking it's a birthday because he shows me a balloon. And tell me, we'll have to go back and think about that. Hang on, come here. Why? Because he's like kicking himself for it. Tell me. So what about now? He's talking about Washington. Hold on. Where do you know if he tried to go up to the Northwest at all? I mean, I know that's not where he crossed, but do you know if he tried to go up there and come back? He didn't have money for that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like there's some just little boop boop to up that away, and then that's it. And why? Yeah. You should have. You should have. He says he should have gone in the military. I said you should have. And He didn't think it was a good idea at the time, of course. So you thought this was a better idea? You thought that was a better idea. And sorry, we're having powwow talks in my brain right now. And he says that, tell me about her. Olin. What? It's so random. He's just talking about how, Mom, can you take a deep dive and like get a little tattoo for him?
We
Ah,
did.
you did.
Oh,
Oh,
They
good.
both say we only part to meet again.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not even parting. There, he's sitting in your living room with you. But yeah, he goes like this. You see me grabbing my hand and my arm. So he had me do like this, and he's like, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's drawing on, and I said, and he's putting script. I said, "Do they have like I love you or something?" And he says, "No, it's a pact. It's a pact. It's a pact." And he says like, "I love you. I love you." And like, yeah, and he's talking about tattoos. So thank you for getting that. Okay, he appreciates that. And was that your first one, Mom?
Second.
Second. Okay, he just goes like this. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so maybe we're like rawing on that it is the first one. And he's saying that, can you tell me about that? Olin. How? He's just talking about how he thinks that y'all should go and do a family trip. I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know what's going on, but he's just like, now that you know that he's around, that we should go do a family trip. And I go, oh, okay, I will let them know that. And like,
wants
there's
to
an
be awkward.
odd feeling. I know it's a lot. He says, I don't know. Hold on. Where's that at? Where? Have y'all ever considered going down to like New Braunfels or like going down to like, I don't know, that's an area I haven't really been, Puerto Vallarta or like something like that? Are y'all gonna like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like Galveston. It feels like more like south than that.
my husband and I and the kids go to Port Aransas and South Padre often.
Yeah, okay. See, I haven't been there before. Okay, yeah. They go like this. He says, "Oh, we can go." And he puts a straw hat on everybody, and he makes me hear running water, and then he makes me see inner tubes. And I go, "Oh, okay." And then he's talking about beach. And so I'm like, well, maybe that's all the down. So I would say he goes with you. Okay. Okay. And Mom, I need you to go with them if you can.
We went once.
Okay.
I'm not a big beach person, but we've gone once with them.
I got you. I can understand that. Yeah, he's just talking about we can all go together. And he says that, tell me, what about her? Hold on. Who? Fuzzy. Fuzzy? Fuzzy what? Hold on. A random word in my brain. Hold on, come here. I'm asking him, he's trying to talk about um mm, Mom, were you gonna speak at his funeral, but you didn't?
Nobody really spoke.
Yeah.
I was going to speak at my stepfather's funeral. And
Funeral, but you
I
didn't.
should have. I regret not. I wanted to set a few things straight for everybody.
No way. Okay, he goes like this. Somebody just showed me a note and they showed me writing all this stuff down. And then they showed you at a funeral going to get up and then
I just sat back
not
down.
going.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Why? Why didn't you do it?
I don't know. I should have, because I think about it often and I regret it because
Okay.
my stepbrothers got up and spoke, and this is how bad the funeral was. My mother had been married to this man for 32 years, and she was sitting in the back of the funeral home. because that's how they made her feel. And the two stepbrothers made it sound like, and their dad was amazing. I loved him to death, but they made
Yeah.
it sound like it was all him. But without my mother encouraging him to have his sons come over and, you know, so forth. Yeah,
Mhm.
I wanted to set the record straight, but I didn't.
Wow, what an asshole. Okay, I just want to let you know, I think there's a big nod to that, and there's a nod saying, like, I know you wanted to do that.
Mhm.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I know your intentions, and I know
Mhm.
why you sat down, and there's like a thank you for trying to do that. Okay, and nobody's mad at you or upset at you,
Yeah.
and karma will come back. Okay,
Yes.
let me tell you that. And what? Hold on, hold on. I don't know. Why? Were the boys mad that he wanted to leave everything to the wife?
He really didn't have much, but
What?
on his death certificate, children listed are me. I'm not even his child. Neither one of his
That's
sons are on the
why.
death certificate.
Leaving it to you. Okay, he goes like this. He says, "Oh, the boys were mad, blah, 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 woman." And I'm like, maybe. Okay, okay. So I'm like, maybe it's the wife. That's probably you. So I'd have to say that's where that's going. And hold on, tell me. Yeah, he's with your son. Your son's figuring it out. I'd have to say that he's a guide for your son. So your son is he's not in a bad place. Okay, so let me tell you what happens. So when we cross over and we cross over in this way, he's still trying to find his light. Your son dimmed his light so much that he snuffed it out, right? That's what happened. And so when he crosses over, he's going to match that vibration. Some people like to call that the middle vibration. That's what I call it. And so essentially when you go over, you're learning how to find your light. You're still surrounded by love. You're surrounded by God. You're surrounded by source. But like you're learning how to become this higher vibrational entity that you fucked off while you were here. And so what happens is you have your loved ones in spirit, any of your grandparents, friends, whatever it is, they're watching you and they're like saying, come on, come on, come on, come on, much like you're doing here, like with mom and sister, right? And then they get all this off their chest. So he's coming in and he's talking about the situation. He's allowing that to be released. And then your loved ones are going, all right, are you ready? All right, are you ready? And then they help him. And then he moves up to the light. That's it.
My question,
Okay.
my
What?
question was, I was wanting to know who was there when Alec crossed over. And that,
Oh my,
It
that
was,
answered it?
yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hold on, let me see. Tell me. Oh. Oh. It's funny, your dad, I'm gonna call him your dad.
yeah.
He is talking about getting dressed up and coming for dinner. I go, oh, all right. And he's talking about how he put on his good shirt or his good t-shirt or something. And
Yeah.
all I see that he's not necessarily crazy fancy at all, but he'll put on a clean shirt for occasion. I said, good. And he keeps showing me maybe did he like do the same job for like 50 years or like 40 years or
Yes.
something like that?
Yes.
Okay, because he just showed me my uncle's watch that he got from being at a company for like 55 years. And so
Yeah.
he's just showing that to me. And he goes, what? He does love you. There's a lot of love there. He's okay with passing, adores both y'all. And he's watching out after him. And tell me, what were you? Were you? Oh. He's a young pup, he says. Back in his mother's there. He's
Yes.
very happy. Yeah, he's very happy. And tell me, is your mother is still here though?
Yes.
Okay, and she's driving you crazy a little bit
Uh,
in a good way? Not bad, not bad. Do you have to do a lot of things for her? Do you have to help her a lot?
I'm taking care of her home because she had a stroke
Oh,
3 years ago, and so she's
yeah,
completely paralyzed on the left-hand side. So
yeah.
she's
Okay, yep,
in a home because she
I
needs
gotcha.
24 care.
Okay,
But
that makes
she,
sense.
she wouldn't be alive today if it
If it
wasn't
wasn't
for
for
my brother.
Oh,
he had a
really?
stroke and he found her
He called an ambulance for her because she was too hard-headed.
and didn't want an ambulance
Oh,
called, but he did it anyway.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, that's what your brother would too. Your brother's a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's a great guy.
He was the
Uh-huh.
most kind-hearted,
I
nice,
know.
genuine person when he wasn't on drugs.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I felt him. I was in there making tea earlier today, and I just felt like this person walked by me, and I was like, who are you? And he's been around. But yeah, your father would be there. I'm gonna call him your dad, but
Yeah.
he's talking about, he says, don't worry about your mother. He says, thank you for doing this. I know she's asking a lot. Don't let it drive yourself crazy, essentially, like, obviously all the stuff that's going on. And he's talking about how, tell me, when it comes to I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. I'm not sorry, I'm just going to say this, but there may be something. I think there's going to be a time coming up, not soon, like not in the next year, but that there's going to be a choice of like, do we allow like a bladder infection to take her or do we not? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like it's like this year, next year, anything like that, but she needs care. But like, there's going to come a choice where it's like, okay, mom, I love you. Do we like health goes down, right? We're almost like vegetable, or we're just like not going anywhere. And do we keep this up, or do we allow something else to come in and take its course? And so there's going to be that choice. And when that happens, do the one that you don't necessarily want to do, but that's him saying it's okay and I'll take her home.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. It's just when you have that choice to make, he will be there. They'll be there. Your son will be there as well. I mean, they're going to be partying, and they'll take her home. So you don't
yeah.
have to feel guilty.
She doesn't know that Alec is gone.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't need to know. She doesn't need to know.
Yeah. We don't,
Yeah.
she may not even remember him, or she would remember him, but the next visit, she has no clue who he is. So if she
That's fine.
remembers him, I don't want to put her in that state of, her realizing he's not around anymore.
I get it.
We've chosen not to tell her.
Good. I think that's honorable. Because what are you going to do? You're just going to have her bring it up every single time. Oh, he's not. Oh, he'll die 1,000 times in her mind before she's gone. That's not very kind.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, y'all are very, very good. And tell me, hold on. That's a random thing. What do you mean? I just got the most random symbol for you, Mom. And I'm asking them, what the heck does this mean? Are you not, see, this doesn't make any sense either. You are retired though, right?
Nope. I would love, I have
No.
a job that is, I always say, is killing me.
Yeah. Okay. They're talking about, they showed me Austin. They showed me you having paperwork. That's just for me means like capital or government or something being a governance of over you. And they say, fight for your rights. And I go, what are you talking about? They say rights for retirement. And I go, what? And this is going to be very random. And I don't know if this is the exact decoded phrase for the thing that they're trying to tell me, but it's probably going to be something around this. Okay. So I think there's just going to be something coming up with paperwork dealing with money or your job or maybe tax. I don't think it's taxes. I think it's more dealing with income for you. And it's going to be very frustrating. Like, it's just like, oh my God, I got to send in all this freaking paperwork. This back and forth crap. But like, you'll get through it, but it's dealing with you. And hold on. What? Have you been at this job for 10 years?
It's going on 14.
Holy crap. Okay. I don't know if this is retirement or severance or something like that. There's something dealing with paperwork in the job and you coming back and saying, no, I need more for this. And you don't have any of that going on right now. It's something that's going to happen in the future, I would say the next 1 or 2 years. But essentially they're telling you go and fight it or go and push it, you know? So we'll just have to wait and see. It could also be like maybe the company, something shuts down, right? And they want to only give you like a severance package and you're like, no, I've been here for this long and I want this to be more. Like,
That-
do you have any?
Oh, yeah. So I work at the San Antonio airport and they give you
Oh.
contracts. So we are 14 years into a 10-year contract and the contracts are all up for bid. So all the bids have been accepted. Now the airport has to decide if we get the contract again. So I could,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Paperwork. And see, since I'm not in any of that, I don't understand it. All I see is like somebody fighting for paperwork. I'm like, I don't know what the hell this means. And so know that your son and then your father will also be there helping you with this as well. So y'all, for right now, because I am going to have to leave here in about 5 minutes, do you have any questions for me at all? Anything?
Can Alec tell you what was in his pocket when he passed?
Hold on. Take me there. Take me there. Now, mind you, if I haven't seen it before, that may be a little bit hard, but let's see. I probably have seen this. It feels, what is that? Oh, come here. I'm asking him to take me back to like when he would have put this in said pocket to make me feel it. That's how they do it. There's, come here. A lighter. Hold on. Come here. Weird. Did you also? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that is correct.
it might
Tell
be.
us.
Hold on. Well, no, there's 2 things. I think he had like 3 things in his pockets. Not just like one. One of them, did he end up having like a folded up picture or like a folded up card or something like that, or something that would be like this?
If he did, we didn't get it.
Yeah.
You didn't get it. Interesting. Okay, there's something that's if somebody did like I don't even have it. It feels like that, like that. The other thing is that he shows me, hang on, come here. There's something like that, but it always feels tattered on the edges. Hold on, come here. That means it's been there for a long time. Come here. Oh, walk me through that. Interesting. I wonder if on one of these things, do you know if it was metal? Like he had something like silver, not keys, like a single trinket or something like that, that like this big.
Oh.
Weird. He makes me feel cold metal. That's what he just made me feel. But it doesn't feel like it's huge. It feels smaller. And tell me, hold on. You see, and I felt it in my hand. Hold on. Come here. What else? What is in there? Can you open this up for me? No. Give me one more second. I don't know what that is. Hold on. He has keys with a bottle opener or something. That's something, but they're not in his pocket. They're like on the dresser drawer or something like that. Hold on. I don't have that. Hang on. Okay, last thing I'm going to say, and then it may not be something. The only other thing I know, do you know if he had like um a stone or like a heart stone or like it's just, it keeps showing me like that big, but he's talking about rubbing it. That's all he keeps talking about with that over and over again. But I don't know exactly what that is. And he makes me feel like anxious. So like maybe we like hold it or we rub it when we're anxious. But I have no idea. What was it?
It was a pound of ground beef.
Oh no, I would have never gotten that in my brain at all, because that, if something like that would have popped in my head, I would have been like, okay, that's something stupid. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Confused.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He goes like this. He said, he did show me cow. And I was like, oh, maybe there's a cow on the card or something like that. And then he showed me, now with the pound of ground beef, was it in the wrapper?
Yes.
Okay, it was in the wrapper.
The funeral home asked us if we wanted it.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, so I'm guessing what he, and so it was in the cellophane wrapper with the backing on it.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's probably what he was making me feel. So I've never actually grabbed it. So he's making me feel somebody that could hold it like this and how it like bends a little
Yeah.
bit like that. And since I have no idea what that is, I go, what is this? And he shows me how the edges are like worn or something. And I go, what? Which obviously if it's in your pocket and it's that back crappy thing, right? It's going to be
Yeah.
worn away. So I would have to say that would go on the lines of that. But because I've never had that before, my brain's not going to be able to pick that up very well. The other thing was like when that happened, hold on. He doesn't have a good reason as to why it was in there. It was just like he was high as a freaking kite. That's it. Like there's no reason for it. Hold on. Do we know if it was frozen when it was in there though?
I'm
We
not
don't.
sure.
You don't know. Okay, he's talking about it being like really cold, and then by the time it gets over there, it doesn't feel like it's in too incredibly long, but he says how it's like fully defrosted or something by that time. And I go, oh, okay. And he, hold on. Tell me. Why? Was he the only one that made food there or tried to make food?
Probably.
Okay, he goes like this. I said, why did you have that? He says, I'm the only one that like fucking cooks here. I'm the only one that would like cook or like make food there. And I go, oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I think it would have to deal with like making burgers or something and then just putting in his pocket, getting really high, and then like
Forgetting it.
not. Yeah, forgetting it. Exactly. What other question do you have?
I know you gotta go.
You're okay. Yeah, tell me one
Um,
more.
I think this would be. I want to know if he
Okay.
knows what I do when I'm driving in the car.
When she's alone driving.
I'm alone driving in the car.
That may be one of the reasons why he talked about driving with you in the
Yeah.
car. Remember?
Yeah.
Like that. That's why he brought that up. Hold on. But why? Hold on. Oh. Hold on. Hold on. Hmm. Couple things. He says, well, besides the whole, do you hear me? Do you see me? Like that. And like the little bits of like begging here and there, which is okay. That's not bad. We all do that, right? Like the frustration on the steering wheel. He's talking about how, hold on. It makes me hear music in my brain, which is fine. So like there's music constantly going or like always on. That's all he keeps showing me. And then he's talking about looking for the signs in it or something, I guess. Or like, do you like always play his own music in there or something? Okay. Okay. Yeah, he knows. Absolutely.
Clear the seat
Yeah.
off. I clear the seat off the passenger seat so he can sit with me.
That's why. Yeah. So where he's showing me, okay, let me tell you this. Where he's showing me this, he's sitting in the passenger seat and he's staring at you and he's watching you go like this. And so he's like watching it from this side. And I go, oh, okay. Okay. So yeah. So he knows, he goes with you. Okay.
Well,
So
this was
y'all,
amazing.
Yes.
We
What?
need a
Yes.
session. We need a
Right.
I know. Well, y'all, okay, this is what I want you to do. If you need me, I mean, you said if you have any questions or anything like that, because there's so many other, I mean, there's people like he'll come through, he'll help us. I mean, all the way through, we can channel other people too. Ask any question that you want.